This report is prepared by a team of business consultants to help Golden Crust Senyum Berhad understand how to use cost volume profit analysis for better decision making. In 2025, the company sold 81,000 of items and made 1.62 million in total sales. But management now want to hit a higher profit target of 30% of sales. By looking at how cost and sales volume affect each other, we have analyzed several plans, including changing the selling price, improving the product quality, and hiring internal sales staff instead of using outside agents.
First, we calculate the sales price per unit of the product. The company sells 81,000 unit product, generating total sales of 1,620,000. The selling price per unit is calculated as formula sales divided by total unit sold. 1,620,000 divided by 81,000 equals to 20 per unit. Total variable costs include variable cost of goods sold and sales commission. Adding them together equals to 1,053,000. Variable cost per unit equals to total variable cost divided by total unit sold. 1,053,000 divided by 81,000 equals to 13 per unit. Next, we calculate the total fixed cost. Total fixed costs include fixed cost of goods sold, fixed advertising expenses, rental expenses, administrative salary expenses, and insurance expenses. Adding them together to get the answer 340,200. Contribution margin per unit equals to sales price per unit minus variable cost per unit. 20 minus 13 equals to 7 per unit. Contribution margin ratio equals to contribution margin per unit divided by sales. 7 divided by 20 equals to 35%. Now we calculate the break-even points in unit. Break-even points in unit equals to fixed cost divided by contribution margin per unit. 314,200 divided by 7 equals to 48,600 units. Break-even points in amounts equals to fixed cost divided by contribution margin ratio. 340,200 divided by 35% equals to 972,000.
For question 2, which identifies the unit of the product that need to be sold to achieve a net income to sales ratio of 30%. It defines X as a number of units to be sold. From question 1, we know that the contribution margin per unit is 7 and the total fixed cost is 340,200. Net income equals to 7x minus 340,200. Total sales can be calculated as selling price per unit times unit sales. So the equations become 7x minus 340,200 divided by 20x equals to 0.3. After simplify, we get the x equals to 340,200 units. This means that the company must sell 340,200 units to achieve the net income equals to 30% of sales. The action is develop online sales platforms to increase total sales volume while keeping fixed costs relatively low.
Next, question 3. So the question 3 asks us if the company is not able to increase the number of unit sales, advise the company on the selling price that need to be charged for the firm to earn operating income of 30% of sales. Briefly describe the possibility that the company can increase the amount of sales by simply increasing the selling price. So from the question that we know the unit sales that cannot change is 81,000 unit and the target profit is 30% of the sales. The total fixed cost which we obtain from the question 1D is 340,200. And the variable cost per unit that we obtain from the question 1C is RM13 ringgit. So how we do this question? Firstly, we need to count the current sales and the target profit. So we let the selling price become P and we can count the current sales. So we just use the unit of sales times the selling price and we can obtain the current sales. Next, we need to count the target profit, which is we use the current sales times 30%, which is the target profit. And the target profit will be 24,300p. So from the previous part, we have obtained the target profit and the current sales. So we substitute the target profit and current sales into this CVP formula. So target profit equals to sales minus variable cost and fixed cost. And after we calculate using this equation, and we found that the P is equal to 24.57. So the required selling price for the each unit is 24.57 ringgit.
Hi, my name is Nur Azlana binti Hayazi with number matric 312848, and I will continue presenting about the question number 4. So for the question number 4, the company plans to improve product quality, which will increase its variable cost to 55% of sales and fixed advertising by 5,400 ringgit Malaysia. And these changes are expected to increase sales by 200%. So with the selling price remaining at 20 ringgit Malaysia, total units sold increases to 248,000 unit. It will resulting in total sales of 4,860,000 ringgit Malaysia. So total variable cost amount to 3,402,000 ringgit Malaysia, which giving a contribution margin of 1,458,000 ringgit Malaysia. And after deducting fixed costs of 345,600 ringgit Malaysia, the net income is 1,112,400 ringgit Malaysia with a net income to sale ratio of 22.9%. So the company should just proceed with the proposed improvement plan because it significantly increases over profitability. So although the variable cost of goods sold increases to 55% of sales and fixed advertising expenses rise by 504,000 ringgit Malaysia, the 200% increase in sales volume generates a much higher contributions margin. And as a result, the company is able to achieve a net income of 1,112,400 ringgit Malaysia, so which is substantially higher than the previous year's net income of 226,800 ringgit Malaysia. However, the net incomes to sales ratio is only 22.9%, which is below the management's target of 30%. And this indicates that while the plan is financially viable and profitable, further strategies such as cost control or pricing adjustment are necessary to achieve the targeted profit margin. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum, and my name is Muhammad Haziq bin Yahya. My metric number is T095552. So I will be presenting about the question 5. So the gist of the question 5 is the company was proposed by the sales agents to increase the commission rate to 20%. So for this analysis, we want to calculate and projecting for the upcoming years whether they should be accepting the proposal or not. So for the first page of my presentation for slide, I will be provide the calculation, and most of it we want to compare for the proposed solution and the proposal by the sales agent, whether should the company accept the proposal. So we compare both of it, we make some calculation, and for the company proposal, they would like to hire internal staff is much more favorable. For the final answer, the company can save up a total of 64,800 ringgit at the end of it. So we continue for the next slide. and we calculate the impact of the net income, and we get the final value of 291,600. So for the net income to sales ratio, the final answer is 80%. It's still below 30%, which was good if the company want to hire internal staff. So for the recommendation and advice, the company should not approve the agent's request for a 20% commission, because hiring its own staff for the company is financially more favorable because of the total sales related cost is lower by 64,800. The second one, the net income increases because of we can how much the company can save from hiring the internal staff. The third one is the commission rate dropped significantly from 50% up to 20% proposed by the sales agent to 5% while hiring the internal staff. And the lastly, is the better cost control in the long run. Alright, that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Nurida binti Jafri and my metric number is 311855. Today I will discuss the best strategy to be implemented in 2035 to boost the company performance and increase its competitiveness in the market. The first one is improve product quality and brand value. Golden Crush can enhance the quality of its bread and pastry by using better ingredients and improving presentation. With a stronger distillate line, brand image, the company can justify the higher selling price than the current RM20 per unit will help increase profit of the company. The second one is control variable costs. Currently, Golden Crush face higher variable costs from raw materials and a 50% sale commission. The company should review supply context and consider adjusting the commission structure to reduce the variable cost per unit and increase contribution margin. Thirdly, companies should use CVP analysis for strategic decision making. Before making decisions such as increasing advertising expenses or changing the sale commission rate, management should use CVP analysis to understand the impact of break-even point and the target net profit or 30% of sale. Next, companies should expect sales channels through increasing sales by introducing online ordering, delivery service, and pre-order system. It's allowed the company to increase sales value beyond the current 81,000 units without significantly increasing fixed costs. Lastly, companies should strengthen marketing through targeted advertising. Instead of general advertising, Golden Crush should focus on targeted digital marketing to promote popular and high margin products, ensuring advertising expenses generate higher sales and better return. That's all from me. Thank you.
So through this study, we have found some special insight that could help Golden Cross the young Berhad understand how to use CVP analysis for better decision making. So the first insight that we found is to reach 30% profit goal with the current cost, the company would need to sell 340,200 units. The second insight is that if the company cannot sell small item, it would need to raise the price to about 24.57 ringgit to meet the 30% profit goal. Next, the plan to improve product quality and spend more on advertising should be approved because the last 200% jump in sales will significantly increase the net income. 4. The company should say no to the sales agent request for a 20% commission because it would lower the company profit too much. Lastly, instead, hiring an in-house sales team is the best choice. This is because it lowered the commission cost from 15% down to 5% and result in the highest profit for the business.